So unfortunately, the hospitality industry and working in kitchens has the reputations of being toxic. It's very stressful and it's very high pressure. When I was 16, 17, the first few years of my apprenticeship, I would be getting ready for a service, you'd be prepping, getting all organised, and the way some mum would say something, and then that shifts your focus and it pulls you out of the game, and that's just not necessary, it's not okay. And I didn't know that I could call them out on it. I would talk to a few people about it, and it's like, always would get brushed off. Oh, they didn't actually do anything. But the way that it made me feel, it did, and it affected my work. This went on for a while, and it was also being young and not being exposed a lot before I started working and not knowing that this wasn't okay. Luckily, in my third year of my apprenticeship, a female head chef came on, and this was a pivoting point for me. The culture changed and it became okay to call them out on it. It's still there, but it's changing. A lot of younger people now are armed up and will call people out. So business owners and head chefs and managers are now realising that we have to change our culture within our business if we want apprentices, if we want trainees, if we want the next generation to come and work in this industry. So it's education on both sides. Education to the younger generation and being about what's okay and what they can put up with, because you've got to work hard and you have to have a bit of a thick skin and deal with the pressure. But then there's also a line that's not okay, and not having to put up with that. And then educating to the older chefs too, the mentors, the people that have the responsibility to look after the apprentices. So for them to know what they can do and how far they can push and what they can say. When you get to work in an environment that is very supportive and that is managed well, how you can excel in that environment is amazing. So I've worked in some kitchens where the management and the head chef were very supportive and created an environment where everyone felt equal and everyone could learn, and there was just no time, there was no place for any segregation or bad attitudes or negativity.
A toxic work environment can look like language that's abusive towards staff. It can also be harassment, which can look like inside jokes that are targeted towards your staff members, which can have a negative impact on their behaviour and their tasks that they do. It may be that there's bullying happening behind the scenes with staff. There may be cliques within the groups of staff that you put on for scheduling, so that can have a negative impact on the cohesion of the group. Some signs that you may be able to pick up on in your staff if they're struggling in a toxic work environment is stress reactions. So being overly emotional, not being able to complete tasks on time or to the extent that they would usually be able to, not wanting to come into work and be a part of the team, calling in sick on a regular basis and feeling like they're under a lot of pressure. You may notice this in their behaviours, their mannerisms, communicating with you and other team members, and even how they communicate with people on the floor when they're serving customers as well. You'll find that people will apply a lot of pressure to themselves to keep their job. They'll feel scared to open up and talk to their manager or other staff because they feel that they'll be punished or prosecuted for naming up how they feel. And it's really a high turnover industry. So it's really important to notice that as a manager and be open with your staff and have that conversation about changing that culture and that behaviour so that people feel comfortable to come and do their job and give 100% to what they're doing. Having a really good understanding as a manager of what good mental health looks like in the workplace. If you're the role model for your business, that will have a flow-on effect. Having a mentally healthy workplace will not only engage talent into your organisation, so people who have really great resumes, chefs who really want to produce great food and do well will come to your business. The importance overall is to see your business thrive, to see your staff enjoy what they do and want to come to work.
I think a really important thing that I got to learn and implement when I was a head chef was creating an environment that it's okay to make mistakes, because that's how you learn. If you rock up to work every day and you are so scared that you're going to make a mistake because you're going to get yelled at, you're going to get screamed at, you're going to be made to feel stupid because you've made a mistake, you're not going to try new things, you're not going to learn. Mistakes are going to happen, but it's how you deal with that then that it's a situation that you can learn from. And instead of it being demeaning and talk down to them, like you're so stupid, why did you do that, why didn't you think? Flipping it and being like, okay, what are you going to go do different next time? And keeping it a really nice tone and calm so they feel comfortable to learn and grow. If you're in a situation, if you're in an environment that you're not feeling okay, it's so okay to talk to people. There's so many people out there that you can talk to. There are more people going through these things than you realise, and you can connect to people really well when you become vulnerable.